and a beautiful week to you. Should Nigeria continue negotiating with bandits, or has the time come for a completely different approach? That question is once again dominating national conversations after an Islamic cleric publicly rejected calls for amnesty with criminal groups terrorizing communities across the country. His message was direct, controversial, and uncompromising.
Bandits do not deserve any reconciliation. What they deserve is to send them to Almighty Allah, let them go and reconcile there.
According to the cleric, bandits responsible for killings, kidnappings, and attacks on innocent citizens do not deserve reconciliation and should instead face decisive actions from authorities. The remarks, which surfaced in a widely circulated video, have triggered intense debate across Nigeria at a time when insecurity remains one of the country's most pressing challenges. The cleric's comments has resonated with many citizens who feel frustrated by the continued wave of kidnappings, attacks on villages, assaults on travelers, and repeated abductions of students and teachers. For these Nigerians, the statement reflects growing public anger and a desire for stronger measures against those responsible for widespread violence. The debate is not occurring in isolation. In recent months, the country has witnessed several high-profile kidnapping incidents involving school children, teachers, religious worshippers, community leaders, and ordinary citizens. Many communities continue to live under the constant threat of attack, while families of abducted victims often endure weeks or months of uncertainty. These incidents continue to dominate headlines. Public patience appears to be wearing thin. Supporters of the cleric's position argue that repeated negotiations with criminal groups have failed to produce lasting peace. They contend that every concession made to armed groups risks encouraging further attacks and creating incentives for additional kidnappings. According to his view, criminals who profit from violence should not be rewarded with negotiations, concessions, or special arrangements. Instead, they believe security agencies should be empowered to dismantle criminal networks and restore confidence among citizens living in affected areas. Others take a different view. While agreeing that insecurity must be confronted decisively, they caution that every security response must remain within the framework of the law. They argue that protecting innocent lives should remain the highest priority and that any measures adopted by authorities must respect legal processes and human rights obligations. These voices warn that while public frustration is understandable, responses driven entirely by anger may create new challenges if not carefully managed. The disagreement highlights a larger national dilemma. How should governments respond when armed groups continue to threaten communities, disrupt economic activities, and undermine public confidence in security institutions? For years, policymakers, security experts, community leaders, and citizens have debated whether dialogue, reconciliation, military action, or a combination of approaches offers the best path towards lasting stability. Despite numerous efforts, the challenge remains unresolved. What makes the cleric's comment particularly significant says that they reflect sentiments increasingly expressed by ordinary Nigerians. Across social media platforms and public discussions, many citizens are questioning whether current approaches have produced the desired results. They point to continued attacks and recurring kidnappings as evidence that stronger action may be necessary. Others insist that addressing the root causes of insecurity remains equally important if the cycle of violence is to be broken permanently. The viral nature of the cleric's remarks has ensured that the conversation extends far beyond religious cycles. Political leaders, community groups, security observers, and members of the public have all weighed in on the issue. Some have praised his courage in speaking openly about a matter affecting millions of Nigerians. Others have urged caution, emphasizing the complexity of security challenges that they need to balance solutions. Others have urged caution, emphasizing the complexity of security challenges and the need for balanced solutions. Meanwhile, citizens living in areas most affected by banditry continue to focus on practical outcomes rather than political debates. For families who have lost loved ones, paid ransoms, abandoned farms, or fled their communities, the priority is simple. They simply want safety. They want security. They want freedom to live, freedom to work, travel, and educate their children without fear. Whether those goals are achieved through dialogue, through stronger enforcement, improved intelligence gathering, or a combination of measures, remain at a center of national discussion. The cleric's intervention has therefore reopened a debate that touches every part of Nigerian society. It is not merely about one statement or one individual. It is about the future direction of the country's response to insecurity. As attacks continue to generate headlines and public anxiety grows, pressure is mounting on authorities to demonstrate that effective solutions are being pursued. For many Nigerians, the question is no longer whether insecurity is a national emergency. The question is what action will finally produce meaningful results. The stronger reactions generated by the cleric's comments show just how deeply this issue affects the nation. Whether citizens agree with him or not, one reality is undeniable. The demand for security, for justice, and lasting peace has never been stronger. Do you agree with the cleric that bandits should face decisive action instead of amnesty? Or do you believe negotiations still have a role to play in ending insecurity? Share your views in the comment section below. Please like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more breaking news and in-depth reports from across Nigeria. I am Cassie Tony, and many thanks for watching.